So I'm here with the fantastic Kryder, the pioneer behind K2 and Aphrodite. So how are you?
Fantastic, thank you. Yes.
Good. Welcome back to Manchester. How do you feel about headlining with Danny Howard at Sound Control tonight?
I'm really excited actually. Danny's a good friend of mine, and yeah, we've known each other for years. I love Bassface, and yeah, I was pretty excited when they asked me to come and do Bass Fest for them. So yeah, really excited actually about getting down there and getting stuck in tonight, definitely.
So let's go back to your promoting days. You were producing then, weren't you? Yeah?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I started actually DJing when I was 12 and producing when I was about 15 years old. So what's that, 2 years now? I'm 17 now, so it's, you know, that old chestnut. No, yeah, I've been doing it a while actually, and yeah, so I started out into that, and then no one would book me actually, so I got into promoting my own nights. And just thought, yeah, I'll book myself, why not? So it sort of started like that, really, as like DJing and producing and promoting all fitted really well together. And yeah, I mean, I came up to Manchester when I was 18 years old, and yeah, started out on the club scene there, DJing and promoting and stuff, and doing student events. And yeah, I loved it, to be honest with you, and stayed up here. You know, for a long time. I've actually got a house in Manchester still, so I'm in between London and Manchester at the moment, and yeah, I love coming back to the city. I think it's amazing.
It is an awesome city, it is,
Oh,
it is.
fantastic, yeah.
So let's 2011, I'd say the year is where you really kick-started your career. What would you say is the biggest highlight of that year?
Probably sort of doing some gigs with Tiesto, really. I really looked up to him, and I got a phone call to fly out to Ibiza and open for him at his show in Privilege to 10,000 people, and I tell you what, I absolutely shit myself. Can I say that? Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking because yeah, there was literally 10,000 people in the room, and I was warming up for probably the biggest DJ in the world. Well, he was the biggest DJ in the world at the time, so yeah, it was insane, absolutely insane. Yeah, I loved every minute of it, and yeah, to drop my own track that I produced on his label, you know, whilst warming up for him to 10,000 people, it was extremely exciting for me. Yeah, so yeah, it was good. We had a good after party. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a couple of weeks.
What do you say is your drink?
What is my drink? What isn't my drink? I mean, you know, flipping it, you pour it down me, it's fine. Petrol, diesel, whatever you want, you know, let's go. So, yeah, I'm pretty wild when it comes to partying. So, I wouldn't say I'm a specific drink. You know, I have a specific drink, but, you know, vodka's quite cool.
Yeah, good vodka.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So who would you say is your biggest influence? And if you have a motto, what would you say is your motto?
Sort of influence-wise, it's really weird because when I was growing up, I was constantly listening to dance music, and I'm actually influenced by the stuff produced back then. You know, like the more groovy, sort of melodic stuff. You know, and yeah, I mean, for me, sort of the scene that I'm involved in at the moment, it's getting pretty hard out there. You know, when I'm playing at these shows and festivals, some of the other DJs are really like banging it out, and I'm not so into that really myself. You know, I quite like to get people's shoulders rolling instead of them jumping. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's quite cool. Some people love it, some people hate it. You know, so it's pretty exciting at the moment. You know, to see what happens. But yeah, like influence-wise, always looked up to Axwell. You know, Tiesto as well. In actual fact, and then yeah, some of the older boys really like sort of Sasha. You know, Digweed. You know, those guys really. I grew up with all those guys, you know, listening to those guys. So yeah, Carl Cox, of course, as well. Love him big time. So yeah, that was really cool.
Who would you like to collaborate with in the future?
Some of the people I'd actually like to, I am doing. So that's quite exciting. I mean, I've got a friend of mine who I've sort of been working on and off for a couple of years now, called Tom Starr. He's just like, for me, he's like one of the most talented guys, you know, in the UK for production. He's incredible, you know, and we have a lot of fun in the studio creating stuff together, and we have a lot of fun when we go out and DJ. So definitely Tom's someone I'd like to constantly work with in the future for sure, you know. And there's a guy actually that we're speaking with at the moment called Marco Shossu. I really rate all of his stuff. I think it's fantastic. Who else? Some the No ID guys. I think they're really cool. Sonnery James and Ryan Marcioni. I think those guys are cool as well. So anyone who's sort of pushing that more funkier, groovier vibe, really. Yeah, a little bit of tech as well. You know, I'm really into that side of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, those guys. Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is your favourite track at the minute you can't stop listening to?
Oh God, that's put me on this. Yeah, there's quite a lot of tunes out there, really. I don't know. I like. There's a track in my set at the moment, and it's not like an anthem or anything, but it's just a really cool track. It's cool. It's by the Lundes brothers, and it's called Slapper. And it exactly does that. It slaps you in the face when it drops. It's really cool, and I love that. And yeah, it doesn't roll into some big massive riff or anything. You know what I mean? It's just a cool rolling chuggy house tune. You know what I mean, with a wicked bass line. So yeah, I'm into that at the moment.
I'll check that out. So you're known for your famous visor.
Oh,
what would you? Yeah, I know. What would you say is the fancy dress outfit that you're most proud of that you've worn in the past?
I feel well. Actually, New Year's Eve probably at Sankey's when I was playing there. I don't know what it fucking was. I think I was like half Matador, half barbershop fucking quartet or something. It was really random, but yeah, that was pretty weird. Yeah, pretty weird. Yeah, that was cool. What else? I don't know. I've worn all sorts of stuff. I dressed as a butcher once to go to Creamfields. Fucking hell. Yeah. Me and my mate dressed as a pair of butchers. It was ridiculous running around with these fucking aprons on and stuff. Yeah, it was good. We're throwing, chops and steaks at everyone. Yeah. No, it was good fun. Yeah.
And final question. This is really hard. You've got to choose two to keep forever out of sex, music, and food.
Well, I'm gonna keep music definitely. Fucking gonna keep sex, yeah. Probably, yeah, I suppose it's sex. Eat a bit of fish at the same time, probably get away with that, couldn't you? So,
Saucy.
Yeah, I'd tell you, yeah, definitely keep sex and music. What was the other one? Food. Oh, fucking hell. You die without food, so there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for chatting to us, Fuse TV.
Anytime. Thanks.
That's a fantastic set. I know you will too.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.